Hi, I'm Bill Looney, the owner of November 14 Papa Charlie. I've had her since 2012, 6 years now, and I've got to tell you, I absolutely love this airplane. I have primarily used it for business, and that's the reason why I'm going to part with her, because I'm getting ready to retire, and the business case just isn't there to keep the airplane. But she has just been a wonderful source of enjoyment for me, in addition to the convenience she brings to when I fly on a business trip. Capability-wise, she has everything you want. Service ceiling is about 25,000 feet. I usually fly somewhere in the low 20s. That keeps me out of the weather. That gets me high up into the jet stream, so I get some good winds. She trues out at about 200 knots. So during the winter, there'll be times when I could be going about 260 knots with a good tailwind. By the same token, I'll be down around 150 or so if I were to fly at that altitude. But that's when I'll drop down lower and get a less headwind, and usually I average about 170 knots or so. In the summer, when the winds aren't so great, it's usually going to always be somewhere between 190 to 215 knots for a trip. She'll go easily close to 800 miles. She's got a 120-gallon tank, usable fuel, and I'll go 800 miles, fly about 4.5 hours, and land with 20 gallons. She's very good on the fuel. Now that's if burning it high rich of peak, which is about 25 gallons. You can burn it lean of peak, which I've done, and you can do that about 16 gallons per hour. So there's an opportunity to save gas if you don't want to go as fast and don't care about the time. The airplane seats 6, carries 200 pounds of baggage, and as I said, 120 gallons of usable fuel. I have taken the aircraft off with 4 adults, 200 pounds of luggage, and 120 gallons, and she just leaps right off the ground, no issues whatsoever. Now, if you're going to put a few more folks on there, a little bit more luggage, then you're going to have to take some of the gas off. But very easy to manage, and very just a joy to fly, and perfect to get from A to B. As I said, the airplane is in perfect shape right now. Everything works except for one instrument, the MX-20, and that's a moving map, about 40 years old. It doesn't really, we don't use it for anything, so that's why we haven't bothered to replace it. But with the 796 and all of the instruments, and also the Stratus hooked up to the iPad, you have complete situational awareness when you're flying and where you're flying. I usually take it all the time with the weather. The 796 shows you where your avenues are that get through storms and buildups. It's always perfect. It's always exactly what it says it's going to be like. It's there when you arrive. And with the instrument system on the autopilot, I take the airplane down to minimums 200 feet, and she flies rock solid on glide path and on course. So it's a wonderful airplane. I hate to part with her. I hope to find an individual who loves her as much as I have, and will take great care of her, and I guarantee you will be very happy with November 14 Papa Charlie.